in injustice.
Welcome back to another vlog. Excuse my founding father hair. I went to 45 this morning and washed my hair after, and I'm gonna blow it out later. It's Monday, start of a new week. We had a great but pretty busy weekend. We had some friends over Friday night and did like homemade pizzas, hung out on the patio and ate dinner, watched a movie after. Saturday was my mother-in-law's birthday. Got smoothie bowls with her and Griffin's family who's in town in the morning. Got a little bit of filming done for a video on Saturday, and then Saturday evening, we went to my brother and sister-in-law's in League City to watch the Alabama-Georgia game, which was so crazy. So glad we won, even though it nearly gave me heart failure. And we went there because it was kind of like an early celebration for my brother's birthday, which is this week. And then yesterday, Griffin and I had a little bit of a slow morning. And then I went and met up with an old coworker of mine for coffee. Got groceries and then just hung out with Griffin in the evening. So we're kicking off a new week, and I actually have an in-person interview tomorrow, or 4 in-person interviews at one place. So it's gonna be like 2 hours long. Kind of my worst nightmare, to be honest, but we're gonna survive. The second I start like making a big deal out of things in my head, I just stress myself out. So I'm trying to view it as like, oh, I'm just literally going to check it out and see what their office is like. Like trying to tell myself that. So definitely gonna be preparing for that today, and I need to try on my suit because it's literally from Target. I say suit and I'm like, can I even call it a suit? It's literally from Target like 6 years ago. And I haven't worn it since I wore it in 2018 to like meet the firms because I just haven't needed to, but it's just like this navy blue suit that I have from Target, and I really need to try it on to see if it fits me still, because if it doesn't, we gotta figure that out like today. It's for a senior tax associate role, but it's actually an individual tax. I'm only telling all about it because I know I've been saying I haven't really been like talking about things. I've just been waiting for them to kind of be at the end of their process before I talk about them, but I imagine before this vlog goes up, I will have already come to a conclusion with like what's going on with this job, because this should be like the last round of the interviews, I would think, with being 4 interviews. But it's for doing individual tax, which is not what I mainly did at my last job. I mainly did partnerships and corporations. I did work on 2 really big individual clients when I was in my first year, but now it's been like 2 years since I've done a lot of that work. I can share more about the job later and give some more updates because I also had an interview on Friday, but I ended up just like deciding not to move forward with the process. I can update y'all on that later, but right now I really need to like plan on my week because I'm just feeling a little jumbled and stressed, and I just always feel so much better when I kind of like dump everything into my weekly spread and kind of put each little thing that's floating around in my head and assign it to a day. I love doing that. And I love doing that while having like a video on, so I'm gonna find a video to watch and get that done. I know I show this in every vlog, but it is an essential part to my Monday mornings, so we're gonna do it again.
In the eye of time, nobody's losing. Faces merchant change, but your face remains the same.
Moment of truth. The suit fits. It's definitely tighter than I remember, mainly the pants. I don't remember these being like skin tight through my thighs and everything, but they fit. I did put on these Franco Sarto, they're suede blush colored heels that I got in college from like Nordstrom Rack, I think. These pants are definitely too long on me, and I was going to wear my Franco Sarto loafers that I love, but I definitely cannot wear those with these pants because they're too long, so I have to be in heels, and they're even still like definitely a little unnaturally long. The jacket's definitely like too big in the stomach area and then like super fitted at my shoulders, and then the pants are really fitted in my thighs and butt, but then like they're too long. That looks bad, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Great.
The swallows will be here by dawn. And when we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt.
I didn't scrunch my hair or anything, and I feel like my natural curls underneath are so good, but they're just so frizzy. So I could never just like not put product in it, you know?
We'll always remember how it felt.
hair is done and I'm gonna get ready now because I think I'm gonna go run out and try and find an actual suit because I'm just not feeling great about the pants being too long and how tight they are on me. And we're getting ready with Merit Beauty today, which is so exciting. If y'all been watching for a while, I worked with them last year and I showed y'all some of my favorite products. Their products are my go-to when I'm wanting something more lightweight, natural, and overall that just has a clean look, which is definitely the vibe I'm going for in my interview tomorrow too with makeup. I don't want anything too heavy, cakey, or anything like that. I just put on their new Great Skin Priming Moisturizer and I really love this because I feel like it blurs the skin without taking away your skin's glow. And if you haven't heard of Merit Beauty before, they are a minimalistic beauty brand with vegan, cruelty-free, and non-comedogenic products, which basically just means that the products aren't going to clog your pores, which we love. I'm putting on the Minimalist right now. This is such a great foundation stick. I love that you can really customize the amount of coverage you're getting. I have two of these. The one y'all saw me use last year was my summer shade, but I got this one about a month ago, and it's much more my shade right now. And this is their brush number 1. And as you can see, it just like seamlessly melts the product into my skin. It's makeup that doesn't feel like you have makeup on. So it's super comfortable, especially for long wear. And if you're a real one, you know how much I love this bronze balm. And if you're somebody who's not really used to putting on makeup or don't really know how to apply it, but you're wanting to get into it, I feel like Merit is a great place to start because their products are just so easy to work with. Like I'm sure y'all just saw how easily that blended. A recent addition to my Merit collection is a Solo Shadow. I've been wearing this so much lately when I've just been getting ready lightly for the day. And I'm using their number 2 brush, which is soft and dual-ended. I just like to pack some on the brush and then sweep it over my lid. And the reason I love this purple color is because I have a sort of hazelish brown eye, and taupey purples like this I find really make my eyes pop a little bit more in color. And I just like to pack this all over my lid and I lightly blend it upwards into the crease. You could really control how much or how little pigment you're putting on your eye. I have the shade Mood in the blush balm, but this shade is Cheeky, which is new to me. I personally really like to mix the two right now just because I think it provides a really pretty color. It's not patchy at all and it has such a pretty skin-like finish. Adding a little bit of highlight with the Day Glow in the shade Kava. It's so stunning. A little bit to the tip of the nose and the bridge, a little under the brow bone. Getting some on my pinky and going in my inner corner to brighten that up and tapping any excess onto the lid. And then their Clean Lash Mascara, which is one of my favorites that I use all the time. I love this mascara because it really like makes your mascara look natural instead of getting super clumpy. It seriously just lengthens and fans your lashes out so beautifully and naturally. Another new favorite from Merit for me is the Signature Lip. This is in the shade Baby and this is the perfect color for my lips to basically be like my lips but better. It has been my recent obsession, let me tell you. It is so creamy and in my opinion it's just the perfect nude pink for my lips. They describe their Signature Lips as being so comfortable that you'll forget that you're wearing them, and that's exactly how they feel. And if you're a big lip gloss girly, you will love their shade Slick. This is a perfect autumn color. This is the shade All Natural and it is so pretty. It adds some nice shine to the lips. It's a really pretty pinky brown. Here is my final makeup look. So quick, so easy, so lightweight, so comfortable. If you want to try out Merit Beauty for yourself, you can save on exclusive Merit bundles through my link down below in the description box and shop all of the stunning products I use today. Every first order gets a free signature makeup bag. It is the cutest little velvet bag ever and it ties up so cute for fall too, and it can perfectly hold all your new Merit goodies, and orders over $40 ship free. So be sure to take advantage of these savings and get your hands on some Merit Beauty. They are seriously one of my absolute favorite makeup brands for very good reason. And thank you so much to Merit for sponsoring this portion of today's video and being my go-to for these natural, comfortable makeup looks.
A significant life, just what it was needed.
I'm at Express because I just wasn't finding anything in Zara or Mango. Here's a jacket, but I honestly think this is like very similar to the one I have at home. I'm just nervous to not buy it, and then when I get home, the pants I buy be not the same black. And then this is the kick flare boot cut fit of the dress pants. Honestly, these fit really similar to the navy ones I tried on though, so they're a little long, but not as long as my navy ones. These are the relaxed fit, but I need to grab a 4 because I only saw 6, but these are a little big. The length of these is like actually perfect, so I think I'm gonna get these.
Clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice dead, and in the eyes of time, nobody is losing. The sparrows will be here by dawn. When we find this over, they'll be gone.
said you're scary back there.
I look scary?
Yeah.
Why?
You're just like a figure in the background. It's a little scary. It's like 9:30, 9:45. We're going to bed. Hopefully I'll get to read some after I finish filming this clip. Yeah, he's reading Third Glass still. I haven't been able to talk to y'all because it's just been, I've been so busy. I feel like doing things at home since I went and left for the mall earlier. I went to the mall and I ended up going in a couple different stores because I told myself, I was like, okay, I never go to the mall. So there's a few things I wanted to like see in person. There were some things that I've had in a cart on Aerie, for example, for like 2 months at this point, and I wanted to see them in person and like look at sizing, but they didn't really have my size, or they just didn't have the things that I have in my cart online in person. So didn't get anything there. I wanted to go in Lush to see if I could get the Sticky Dates body spray that's like all over TikTok and just see what it smells like. I smelled the shower gel sample and oh my gosh, it's literally probably the best smelling thing ever. And I definitely want the body spray, but they didn't have it in person, so didn't spend anything there either. And then I wanted to go in Abercrombie to try on some jeans because I've also had jeans in my cart for a while, and I tried on like a bunch of different ones, but literally remind me to never try on jeans when I'm about to start my period again, because that was like literally the worst experience. And I was just like, I hate everything about this. Trigger warning for like just body image and stuff. I just feel like lately I've been struggling a lot because, I'm the person that's like putting these things in my head. It's sitting here being like so hard on myself because I'm putting on clothes for the first time now that like fall's kind of getting here, or is here. I'm putting on clothes that I haven't worn since last year and they don't fit the same, or I'm just like noticing certain like leggings feel a lot tighter than usual and pajamas don't feel as loose as usual, and it's a really uncomfortable feeling. I just feel like there's this rectangle on my body, like in my hips and like lower stomach, where I'm just like constantly bloated, and just I don't know if it's bloating or if it's truly just like extra weight gain. And like granted, we've been living it up this summer, definitely been like a lot less balanced with eating, and still working out a bunch though. So it's, you know, living life, and I'm fine with that. It's just the feeling of being uncomfortable in your own body is just like so hard, especially when you're just getting dressed every day. And trying on jeans and trying to find a pair just made it like 10 times worse. I don't know. It just hasn't had me in the best headspace lately because it's been something that I've just been mentally dealing with inside for like, I'd say the last 2 or 3 weeks is when I really noticed it, and it's just like a constant thought in my head. I feel like it's one of those things that you just kind of like ebb and flow with in life in general, but I just definitely have been struggling with it a lot more lately. So I don't know, just wanted to share that as like a recent struggle because it's something that I'm confused with a little bit, because I feel like I was the same way last year. I lived it up in the summer. I was also probably being a little bit more balanced with eating just because of knowing I needed to fit in like a wedding dress that I bought a year prior and everything. This is what it is. Yeah, I went to the mall. I ended up getting a pair of pants and I got a top. I got both of them for $90 because of a promo they were doing, which is really good for Express pricing because I forgot how expensive Express is when it's full price. I have a jacket here at home, like a suit jacket, and it's from Express. So I was like, surely the pants and the jacket will be the same black. Sure enough, I came home and they weren't, because I asked Griffin, I was like, do you think I should just go ahead and buy the jacket here? And he said, either way, you're going to have to go back to Express to either A, return the one that you do buy and end up not needing, or B, going back to get the one that you end up needing if the one at home doesn't work. So I ended up just counting on the one at home working. Sure enough, it didn't work. So I came home, I filmed some short form content, and then I had to respond to some emails really quick and fill out this application thing for the place that I'm interviewing at tomorrow. Ran back out to the mall, grabbed the jacket, ran back home. We cooked dinner, totally forgot to vlog and everything. And then I've been preparing for the interview the rest of the night because I didn't prepare earlier today. So I just wrote down a bunch of questions in my little Padfolio, as y'all saw. That's where we're at. Sorry for the ramble and late update instead of talking to y'all earlier, but gonna read and hopefully get some good sleep and hopefully work out in the morning before going, because I think my interviews are at 10, so I'm gonna have to leave here probably at like 9:25 to give myself plenty of time.
The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
It's interview day. I'm so tired. I didn't go to F45 this morning like I planned because Ella woke me up in the middle of the night and I couldn't fall back asleep, and I like was having dreams about the interview, and I also had a dream that there was like a mouse in our house and Griffin was trying to catch it. So I'm like, of course this all happens the night before I have an interview. My hair looks crazy after just all I did was walk outside for a bit with Ella, but the humidity just really got to it. So getting ready, I'm probably gonna leave here in an hour, and I'm not gonna do much makeup just to keep things pretty simple, and I think I'm gonna leave my glasses on. My contacts have really been bothering me, and it's my new pack that I got for my new prescription. But every time I've worn them, one of my eyes feels, I don't know if it's what dry eye feels like, because I haven't really experienced that since I'm like still pretty new to contacts and everything. I think I'm just gonna leave the glasses on because I don't want to be like messing with my eye or it getting my contact getting messed up while I'm like in an interview or something. And to give an update, I guess, on the other interviews I've been doing, I did one on Friday. It was actually with a hospital for like an accounting analyst kind of position, and it was kind of a little bit of finance and accounting, which is what like intrigued me for it. And I feel like I always heard in college that working in healthcare accounting usually like has the best work-life balance compared to like every other industry of accounting. I don't really know if that's still true or not, but I was like, sure, I'll give it a try. I did the phone screening interview, and it would have been like in person 3 days a week, which I'm totally fine with, but it was quite the commute for me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be a lot, honestly. Like a little bit farther than my last job was to commute to. Since they were a hospital, they didn't really have room to like negotiate the salary either, and I was already like planning on it being lower than other positions I'm going for in tax, since I knew it was like at a hospital, they're not going to pay as much as like these tax positions I'm applying for at accounting firms. So I knew that going in, but when we were talking about the salary and stuff, it ended up being like pretty much what I started at for my first job. So I was like, okay, to take that big of like a pay step down and have to be in office and like have a long commute 3 days a week, and the benefits not be the best in my opinion, like compared to what I could be doing elsewhere, I ended up just deciding not to move forward with the interview process. I didn't want to waste their time, but I was really bummed because that was one that I was like really excited about once I heard back from them to do the phone screening. I don't think commuting that long makes sense for me. Like it wouldn't, the work-life balance wouldn't feel like work-life balance if I was having to be in the car for pushing an hour and a half total 3 days a week, pushing an hour and a half in the car Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So, and that's not each way, that's, you know, in total round trip. And it probably wouldn't be a full hour and a half, it'd be probably more like an hour and 15 minutes, but that's still a long time. Then I have this interview process, which I did the phone screening for last week, and then this is, I guess, like the final interviews and 4 30-minute interviews, which I already think I mentioned. Today from 10 to 12, I really want to do absolutely nothing when I get home. Like I just want to rot on the couch because I'm supposed to start my period today, I think, which is a bummer. Of course, that's also happening the day I have these interviews. I'm just praying if it does that it comes this evening or something, like when I'm back home. But I really just want to rot because going back to a full-time job is starting to feel like more and more real as I'm like going farther in these interview processes and just doing more interviews. I'm like, should I really take advantage of being self-employed for this last little bit and just like do as much nothingness as I can, since, you know, I won't have that for much longer when I do get a job. But I need to film my October reset because today's October 1st and I haven't filmed it yet, and I want to get it up or have it up on Sunday, which is already going to be like October 6th, I think. I'm going back home, Panama City Beach, Florida on Thursday, so I want to get everything edited before then. So that means I only have like literally tonight and tomorrow to edit it, and then I guess maybe some of Thursday. I'm gonna listen to jazz while I get ready. Griffin put me on to listening to Kenny G when I have like before interviews and just like when I'm stressed. I just go to Kenny G radio on Spotify and play it, and it's just like so nice. Or any kind of like autumn jazz, honestly. I'm gonna listen to this one to chill me out. It's got the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown as the cover. Final fit check. I was gonna wear heels, but none of mine are fully close heels, so I'm just wearing my loafers. I'm so uncomfortable. I like cannot move my arms, and my purse keeps falling off my shoulder, and I like can't get it back on. Also, this morning is the first time that I realized caffeine actually does make me anxious. I just think I'm usually like always on edge, so I haven't noticed it. But I felt totally fine and good this morning about the interview, and then I drank my coffee, and my heart's been racing ever since. We're gonna have to adjust that moving forward. Back home from the interviews. I've been home for a little over an hour. Just came home and immediately walked Ella, and I'm about to heat up some leftovers from last night for lunch. But I'm getting ready. I'm gonna film my sit down portion of my reset video here shortly, even though I'm like so gassed right now mentally from doing the 2 hours of interviews. They went really well. I mainly interviewed with people pretty much at the top of the totem pole, which is definitely interesting because even though when I was recruiting for Big Four when I was in college, your final interviews were with partner level people, so I was used to that aspect of it. But when you're going through recruiting for Big Four, you're mainly talking to like staff and senior level people, so you're getting a feel for the people that you would truly be like working most closely with. So it's kind of hard to gauge, you know, how a firm's culture feels and everything when you're only meeting with higher up people. But I understand that's just like who you meet with and how it works when you're interviewing like as an experienced hire and everything. You interview with partners, not like senior level people. Like, I think if I like really wanted to though, I could probably reach out and see if there's like a senior that I could get coffee with or something, just to like talk to them and feel it out. But yeah, it went well. It was a positive experience overall. Conversational, which I like, and I find that most of the time that's how it goes for talking with partners. They just want to like chat with you and everything. So it's not, honestly, it's not as stressful as first round interviews sometimes, because the first round is when you're getting asked a lot of the behavioral questions, whereas it's usually just like pretty conversational and not that crazy question-wise. Final interviews, at least in my experience with tax. So, however, I did find out that this job, like the role, I wouldn't start until January, just because they don't really like need anyone right now since they're wrapping up their busy season on October 15th. There's no reason to hire me like 2 months early when nobody's really going to be doing that much work anyways for the next 2 months, because that's just how it is in tax. So that's good to know, and like also good to keep in mind. I don't think it's a bad thing. The only bad thing is like, okay, I'm starting right when busy season's pretty much kicking off, which is hard, but it's not like it's something I haven't done before, because that's what I did when I started at my last job in Big Four. I started right in January when busy season started, and it was right after taking all of my CPA exams back to back, so I was very burnt out already to begin with. It's just so crazy for me to like picture myself getting back into tax. Not that I like can't picture it and I don't see it. How fast, I guess, this last 10 months of me just doing this has gone by is like mind blowing, because I thought it was going to feel really slow since I'm nowhere near as busy, but it's just crazy. I've got dinner started in the crock pot, so that'll be nice. I don't have to cook this evening. I just heated up the leftovers and I'm just eating it as kind of like chips and a meat dip, because we don't have any cauliflower rice left because I let Griffin take it for lunch today. Ignore that this chicken is literally burnt on the outside. I cooked it for the same amount of time as I did it last time I did this recipe, but these chicken breasts were definitely smaller, and I've been filming for the last hour. So I didn't think it was going to cook this much quicker though, so.
Looking through an hourglass, the changes of the river pass. How long does the present last? The future now will soon be past.
I don't know why my days are so off in my head, but all day yesterday I was thinking it was Friday, and then today I'm like, wait, it's Wednesday? How did this happen? Good morning. I just came over to Cambrian Coffee, which is in the Spring Branch area if you're in Houston. Griff and I came here in like February in 2023, so it's been almost 2 years since I've come here. They have amazing kolaches though. I didn't get one today, but I was looking on my phone for like 40 minutes this morning trying to find where I wanted to go grab a coffee. I wanted to switch it up and do somewhere that I don't typically go, and I wanted to try an entirely like new to me coffee shop, but I didn't really want to drive that far. This one's only like 20 minutes from me, and I felt like with traffic everywhere else it was gonna be like 30-ish minutes, and I was like, an hour round trip to get a coffee seems a little nuts, but when in Houston. But I got their pumpkin latte. I don't know if that's the exact name of it. They make most of their syrups homemade. They have a few flavors that aren't, but they like tell you which ones aren't. But this one has a mix of like seasonal spices, pumpkin puree, and then a little maple syrup in this syrup that they made, and it is perfect. It's the perfect amount of pumpkin. It's not too sweet at all. This is probably my favorite pumpkin drink that I've tried in Houston so far. Oh my gosh, it's so good, and it's exactly what I was looking for this morning. I took Ella on a mile walk this morning, and that was really nice because it was like 7:40-ish when I took her, so the weather felt really nice. It was before the sun was really up. It wasn't too hot yet, and now it's 9:30. I was drinking my smoothie this morning that I had for breakfast, and I was on TikTok, and I watched this like weather news interview of the woman who lost her 7-year-old son and both of her parents in the flood from Hurricane Helene. When I tell you, I was like inconsolable, sobbing my eyes out for like 30 minutes. I had to text Griffin. I was like, I literally cannot stop crying because it was just breaking my heart. And then I saw another video, and it was just like such a good reminder, because today I was thinking about like how much I don't want to like fold and put away our laundry, because I'm like kind of behind, so we have a lot to do. And I was just thinking about how I didn't really want to do it, and it was this video saying, oh, my home's so messy, and then it would show a video of someone's home getting washed away, and then, oh, I have so much laundry to do, and then it would just show the same thing. And it's just such a good reminder of like the things that we take for granted that can be taken from us in a split second. And it really was like the perspective shift I needed, because I was definitely dreading doing chore related things today, and now I'm just like, I am so grateful to even have any of these things. And I just can't imagine just like the loss, and I mean, not even the material things, but of course those things hurt too, because I mean, they do have to be replaced, and just the loss of lives and everything. It has seriously just been like so heavy on my heart this week. So I had to like collect myself before I came and got this coffee, because I had just been crying for 30 minutes because it was just like so heartbreaking to watch, because it was a kind of long interview, but I sat there and watched the whole thing, and I was just like at a loss for words. But anyways, I'm going to head back home, and I need to send my follow-up emails from my interviews yesterday, so that's gonna be like my first order of business when I get home, and then we'll work on editing, and then I'll get to doing our laundry and everything.
Thought of Jesus and the cross, to change yourself to son again. Some things change and some get lost. Shadow from
It's 1:30 and I just came inside from walking Ella, but I got all of my rough cuts done for the reset, which feels great. Taking a break to eat something though, and I feel like maturing is realizing plain Greek yogurt is actually so good. You just have to top it with the right stuff. I've always bought the vanilla flavored Greek yogurts because I've just been like scared of regular Greek yogurt flavor. And not scared of it because I've had it before, but I can't see it because it's hidden from the granola and cinnamon. But I did about a tablespoon or almost 2 tablespoons of the Spread the Love cashew butter. It is so freaking good and creamy, and all that's in it is like cashews and salt, I think, and it's so good. Some blueberries, a bunch of cinnamon, put like a half tablespoon of honey, and then some of the Trader Joe's Honey Crisp apple granola. You just literally mix it all up, and it's so good. Griffin made Greek yogurt dessert, but they looked good when he made them. I'm sure they taste good. We'll try it out. It just tastes like a cold version of my breakfast. Extra cold version. No surprises here. Hopefully gonna get about an hour of reading in, but we'll see. Today is my Friday, which is so exciting. I am heading to Florida. Well, Griff and I both are heading to Florida this evening. I'm so bummed because our flight is late. It's at like 8:30, which stinks just because we get there so late. I'm gonna go drop off this one to get boarded at 12. Before that, I want to take her on another walk, and I want to hopefully get my hair done. I'm waiting on it to air dry a little bit more, but I just ate breakfast. It was so good. I was questioning how the boiled egg on the avocado toast would be, but I know La La Land makes their egg on avocado toast like that, like they just do boiled egg, but it was actually so good. I was starving after I got done showering and was like, oh my gosh, I need something very satiating and a lot more substantial right now to eat. And I had boiled some eggs earlier this week, so I wanted to finish those off since we're about to go out of town. But I'm getting my October reset up right now, but I'm not gonna put anything in a suitcase until I get back from dropping off Ella because she hates the suitcases. So just getting the clothes together for what I'm gonna take, because I have not packed anything yet, but I need to pack like my makeup and all that stuff too, because my makeup bag is such a mess right now. We're only going to Florida till Sunday. As excited as I am to go to Florida, because I haven't been since late May, early June when I went for Gulf Coast Jam with my sister-in-law. We were there though. That was a really quick trip too. We like flew in, I think the night before Gulf Coast Jam, and then we flew out like early that next morning after Gulf Coast Jam was done. So I literally feel like it wasn't even a true trip home because we barely even went to the beach. I don't know if we did. Can't even remember. And then this trip's gonna be really fast too. We're gonna have family in town, my mom's sister and her family. I only have one first cousin on my mom's side, and he had a baby a couple months ago, so we get to meet her this weekend, which will be nice. So I just know the weekend's gonna go by really fast because like there's just gonna be a lot of family in town. My dad's paddleboard race that he puts on, which we'll be helping out with, you know, all Saturday. So it's just gonna be a busy weekend. I'm really sad that I'm not gonna be there longer, but I'm trying to just like remember that I'll literally be there for Christmas, and I think I'm gonna try and go longer for Christmas. It's gonna depend on if I get a job and like what my work structure is like. This year I've only been for Gulf Coast Jam and then this trip, and they were both like just such busy and short trips. But last year I went home so much and for like long periods of time, so I just keep comparing to last year and like how much I was home and how long I was home for. It's just hard living so far away from your hometown post-grad. I go through phases where it doesn't really like phase me that much and I'm unbothered, and then I have days where I literally feel like my heart and my soul is just like yearning to be at the beach, and I just want to like spend the day with my family. So it's tough.
I really need someone to tell me how.
We're getting ready to head to the airport here shortly. Griffin just brought home seaside poke and it was so good, but it's 4:45, so hoping to leave the next 15-20 minutes. I've been like an emotional wreck all afternoon. I don't know why, but my brain, the last few times I've dropped Ella off, I've just like been freaking out about something bad happening. It being like my last time seeing her, and I don't know why I am this way. And I know I'm about to start my period, so I'm just like extremely high emotion right now. Y'all have probably been able to tell with like the other stuff I've been talking about crying over in this vlog. And I was trying to try on all my outfits and everything before packing, just so I didn't overpack, and it took me so long because I just, like I was talking about earlier in this vlog, nothing really is fitting me the way it used to. So it was just really frustrating trying to pack stuff when I felt so like just not myself and everything and uncomfortable. But I'm gonna go ahead and end off this vlog since we're about to leave, and I'm gonna take my camera with me because I'm gonna be taking pictures of the paddleboard race on Saturday on this camera. I'm just wearing my Skims boyfriend tee and my airy yoga pants and my New Balances to the airport. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this vlog, and be sure to check out Merit down below in the description box. And thank you again so much to Merit for sponsoring this video. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and we'll see you all in my next video.